Hi, everybody. Just a little bit of intel for everybody. Most of those that have woken up are starting to get the information, doing a little bit of background research, and come to the same conclusion as what I have. Obviously, what I've got the technical evidence and scientific evidence of is the attack on the people using this equipment. Now, what's coming to our attention is one or two Facebook pages, one individual in particular, who's going around, not obviously the sites where most of the people are, they've already been barred for trolling, but they haven't been barred on a number of these, let's say, controlled opposition Facebook page sites. All right, so what that's basically about, we've done some background research onto this. There's actually two individuals. Both of them are police informants. The police informants, and what we now know of them, were caught with child abuse images on their computers. So these are possibly paedophiles. Obviously, they were caught with some very, very disturbing images on their computers. And now what they're doing, they're working for the police. So the police have actually asked them to troll anybody who's talking about 5G and 5G LED as a weapon system. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to discredit the information that's being put out there. I just want people to be mindful of the fact that the state apparatus are up to all these tricks. It's like the mentally ill, logical narrative that keeps getting put out and posted. And anybody that posts that, believe us, you obviously are seriously disturbed, because anybody that believes that sort of garbage has to be a bit unhinged, just to say the least. So anyway, quite funny. But that particular individual, even though I do feel sorry for the mental health issues that she suffers, very, very good, because what it does, it allows us, when people post or copy and post or paste any of her narrative, like I said, we can identify them quite quickly as trolls, and obviously we can delete them off the safe places. Like say the 5G, Stop 5G UK and the Stop 5G smart meter groups around the country. So we can delete them pretty quickly. The administrators take them down pretty quickly and identify and block those trolls, because obviously only a troll or somebody with very, very poor mental health sort of capacity would believe that type of garbage. I mean, it is unbelievable. I know people trying to get their head around your government trying to kill you in 5G and using equipment to harm you is pretty unbelievable. But some of the stuff these people come out with is significantly more difficult to get your head around, let's be honest. I mean, it is bizarre. What is it? The last time I think I was working for MI5, well, unfortunately, I don't work for MI5. I work for the big fella, him up there. And I don't think they're like that either. There's a few devilish individuals who seem to troll me quite a lot. But if you look into their background, you'll probably find that, they've probably been arrested for something quite unsavoury. There are a number of them. The information they put out is just deception, it's deceit. It's extremely annoying to people, because obviously a lot of people will have to put up with this garbage. Fortunately, they're not on many of the main sites, because the administrators there have already taken action against that deception and that deceit. The issue today is the technicalities. All right. A lot of people have seen the breakdown. They've seen the hardware. Make that of it what you will. But even a lay person, not anybody with any electrical experience or electronics experience or any electrical knowledge at all, will understand that technology is very, very complicated and has a significant amount of capacity, whether it be power capacity or the number of chips on it, the boards on them, the equipment there. It is absolutely not for switching lights on and off or for controlling LEDs. The only people that will say that are either mentally disturbed or they're working for the opposition, or maybe they've run into me a few times because I can be pretty offensive, and I am offensive, especially when I come across people who lie. I hate liars. I hate injustice. I hate liars even more. But what I really, really do hate is servile, do as you're told. So, these people who are doing as they're told by the handler, whether it be a police officer or somebody a little bit higher up the shit pile, maybe an MI5 officer or a special branch officer, doing as they're told by those characters, even worse, because they've been covering up child paedophilia for quite a number of years, and probably why they've come across these people, whether in a mental institution or the fact that they've just found these very, very disturbing images on their computers. Now, we know of that. We've been given some information in relation to that. So I want people to be mindful of the type of people that are putting out the disinformation. It's really important, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to cover up genocide. What they won't be able to cover up is the increase in sickness and illness, because I was at a home yesterday where a chap, unfortunately, his skin's in a terrible state. From the transmitters, we've got people in North Wales, we've got people in Yorkshire, I've got people all over who are becoming more and more ill. Because this radiation, obviously it has a cumulative damaging effect. So consequently, people are going to get more ill. Now, what you can't cover up is that illness. They won't be able to cover up the neurological sickness, the anxiety, the depression, the sore eyes, the bad heads, the skin problems, the breathing problems, and the cancer rates. The cancer rates are already massively increased. World Health Organization have just reported that they expect a 50% increase. So an actual doubling of the cancer rates by 2020. Well, guess what? It's that transmitter on the streetlight they've just put outside your home. It's those LED streetlights they've just put in your street. So that's what's causing the cancer increase. We know that. The science says that. Now the epidemiological data is confirming that. And the only people that will see it otherwise, let's have a look on their computers. Let's see what distasteful activity they've been involved with. Because I can tell you now, a lot of the controlling mechanisms used by the state and the police are normally where it's got something to do, something very, very, what people would find very, very distasteful. So they found distasteful material on these people's computers, and that's why they're controlling them. It's one of the best controls you'll ever get, because nobody wants that to be publicised about the fact that, you're a nonce. Because that nonce thing goes down very, very badly, especially in a prison. So consequently, when these people end up in prison, as they will, as justice is coming, believe us, it's coming like a train. We just don't know exactly when, but it's coming. When they end up in prison, they'll not have a very good time of it, believe you me. I can attest to the fact that anybody found guilty of having child pornography images on their computers and other distasteful things on their computers will not have a very good time of it. And people covering up 5G genocide, harming children, assaulting children, child abusers, that's what they are, they'll not have a very good time of it either. So just keep cracking on. We're taking the evidence. We're coming. Justice is coming.